Yo, guys, welcome. Arsenal lost to Brighton 2-1. As you guys already know by seeing everything that's been going on, yes, we lost 2-1. It was horrendous. It was a situation where I thought we were going to be able to get at least 3 points this game, or at least get something before the game started. Brighton were on a bad run of form. Brighton were a team that you thought, you know what, they've been performing terribly over the last couple months, and we could maybe get something. But you want to know what happened? The exact opposite happened. It was a capitulation. It was a situation where the Arsenal let us down again. Hi, Colleen. How are you? Honestly, I am ashamed that a couple weeks ago I was parading it as if we've already gotten top four. A lot of us Arsenal fans got ahead of ourselves, excluding myself. I know, Colleen, you're always balanced. You never said it was done, but I let myself get into that. And you know what? Just like a couple years ago, after losing to Brighton and what was it, Crystal Palace, to lose us top four when Emery was in charge, this reminds me of that, and it just gives me deja vu. And the question I ask everyone in the chat today: is top four done? Is top four over? Is it? Have we let it slip away? Let me know in the comment section. Respond. But Colleen, how are you doing? Because I am not doing so well right now.
I mean, I'm deflated, frustrated, deflated. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. It's like, even if a lot of us were calling for like a different lineup and not having Xhaka at left back, even if we're getting like the tactical issues over that, the basics in the first half just wasn't there. Like in terms of energy, it was very pedestrian-like because he kept the same lineup for the second half, and before the goal in the second half, we were much better. There was more energy, more drive, more directness, and I just don't know how we can afford to throw away 45 minutes at home against Brighton and play in that manner. I don't know if it was the hangover from Crystal Palace or whether they thought, you know, we can bounce back, this will be easy, but it was just abject. And you know, I literally almost fell asleep during that first half. It was just awful.
It reminded me of the first half against Wolves, but then there was no fight back. What has changed in such a short time period? Is it the pressure? Because I'm so I was saying it has nothing to do with pressure. These guys aren't worried about the pressure. They're just it's just a bad game. We brushed it off. We go again. The last game, Colleen, I didn't really put it on Arteta, but today I think it is heavily on Arteta's decision making before the game. And just before, Egal, stop cutting Colleen off. Did I cut you off? I'm sorry. But always fire content. Big up to you, Gio. Big up, Gio. Anyways, continue as you were saying.
I mean, Arteta. So that question was posed to Arteta a couple of days ago, and he's like, he doesn't think it's the pressure. So if it's not the pressure, I don't know what it is, because whether we were fighting for fourth, whether we were fighting for fifth, or whether we were fighting for, you know, for the FA Cup, for example, there's always elements of pressure that's going to come being Arsenal, you know. So that should be a given. I'm not really with that. And if these players can't cope with pressure, then, you know, why are we fighting to get into the Champions League? Like, why are we fighting for these things? Why don't we just, you know, what's the point? I don't like those lines. I don't know whether it is or not. But Arteta, if he's got to prove his weight in gold now, you know, he needs to see whether he can get us ticking and get creative and show what he potentially can do in these next few games. Southampton was already a must-win game. It's not only just a must-win game, it's a game that we need to show that we can put in a great performance going into the Chelsea game. So he's got his hands full, Arteta.
Can't hear you, Egal. I can't.
How you doing? How you doing, sir?
I'm very good. How about yourself?
Bro, I am shattered after not sleeping, waking up, seeing the Man United game, and now seeing this. I thought, you know what, we had an opportunity, but I'm frustrated. How are you feeling about the loss?
I thought it was a game we would have bounced back, to be honest. I thought today was the day for us to bounce back. I thought, you know what, Palace game on Monday, we needed a reaction. We really needed a reaction, but what can we do? You know, we're looking at the race now. Villa are losing to Spurs by a goal, to nil. So you know, what can we do? What can we do? What All I can say is that we got to win every single game now from now to the end of the season, and just hope Spurs drop points. Just hope that we don't, lose another game. That's what we can do now. But the expectation for Arteta is too big. It's now there's the thing. There's a lot of negligence that's happened with Arsenal, and for me, it all goes back to the January window. Every result I see now, whether it's good or bad, it all goes back to the January window. We had the opportunity, we let Aubameyang go, but who did we get to replace him? There's no goals in that team. There's nobody that's scoring in that team. We'll get a goal here and there, but is that it? We need someone to consistently score. We need consistency, but what can I say?
Yeah, no, I hear you. So how is here? We got English Gunner. Sorry, Nigerian Englishman. Nigerian Englishman, how you feeling, bro?
Oh yeah, now big up everyone in the panel. Big up everyone in the comments. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Big up EGTV. But all the big ups out of the way. Today, I'm Arteta in, but now Arteta's fault be this game today. His fault. And I knew this would happen as soon as I saw the team sheet. The two errors he made today was, first of all, Partey struggles in a midfield three with Odegaard and ESR. So what's Sambi gonna do? What's small boy Sambi gonna do in that situation, leaving him exposed with two attacking-minded central midfielders? That was ridiculous. I mean, at least give the guy a chance. Like, put Xhaka beside the boy, or at least El Neni or something. But don't put two attacking-minded players beside a guy that's already had a tough last couple of games for Arsenal anyway. Like, that was negligence by the manager. And then he got up until half-time 1-0 down, and he still didn't make any changes. Like, come on, you got to change that Xhaka left back and put him in the middle of the park. You got to do that. Like, for me personally, I wanted to see a 5-3-2 formation today with Xhaka, Sambi, and Odegaard in the middle of the park, and Lacazette and Martinelli as the front two, because I believe Martinelli, if you see in the last couple of games, he looks a bit lost on that left because he's not that creative. If he's not running at you, he's not going to whip a ball in. He's not going to eye the needle pass through ball. He's like an attacking minded player, so he needs to be in the middle. And if Lacazette is flicking it on to Martinelli, maybe LACA doesn't have to be in the situation where he's taking that chance that we get annoyed about him missing. Martinelli's probably a better finisher than him right now. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Sorry.
Okay. Guys, honestly, you could tell that we just lost this game, and it's such a deflating game. I feel like there's nothing more that needs to be said in regards to the game. But Sahal, you're the last one. Talk to me, bro. What do you think about the game?
Yo, guys, I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it. The season's over. We got no chance of top four. I said it a long time ago. I thought Tottenham was gonna get it. I knew it. I had doubts about Arteta, had doubts about the squad, and all my doubts and all my everything came true. The squad is paper thin. Arteta and Edu let us down. January, we should have got something. A midfielder was essential. What did we do? We didn't get a midfielder. Forget about even a striker. Okay, if you don't want a striker, but one thing we desperately needed was a midfielder. What does Arsenal do? We had a opportunity to get top four, secure it, easy job. January, we had a terrible January. People forget, we had a terrible before this January. And then people saying, let's get a midfielder in. Why do we not get a midfielder in? He could have helped us now. Edu needs to leave tomorrow. Forget about Arteta, yeah, because we ain't getting rid of him. Edu needs to walk out of this door tomorrow because he got Nuno in this door. And I said about Nuno, I like him. I think he has more dynamism than Tierney, but defensively, Egal, I told you, he ain't up to the level. He's not Arsenal level. I like him. He can be some maybe down the future, but we need players for now. We need players for tomorrow. We need players that can help us get top four to actually win stuff. What does Eddie do? Get this guy. He ain't ready. What's his name? Sambi. I like Sambi so much. He's a good midfielder. I can see his potential. He ain't ready as well. We got 2 players that we're relying upon. Who else is on our bench? Eketia. Are you joking me? Who else are we relying upon? That is our insurance policy. Imagine you go on the street, yeah? You're driving a car and your insurance policy is Eketia. No one will be driving because we'll be scared. Because we'll be like, yo, I ain't risking my life. We did this to ourselves. We got only Arsenal Football Club to blame for ourselves. Year in, year out, we do this. Unprepared coming into a season. Unprepared in the January window. They proved us wrong. What do? They turn around, be arrogant because that's the only reason we didn't get a midfielder, because Bruno couldn't speak English properly. Gabriel can't speak English properly. The defender, can't speak English properly. Why did he not get this guy to help us in the midfield battle? Our midfield is absolutely terrible. ESR and Odegaard can't play together. I said this last year. They can't do it. One or the other.
Yeah.
It's not both. We can't.
Let me just stop you
at
there.
the same time. And
So
honestly, I'm tired of this situation with Arsenal and the situation we're in. I think the season's over. We'd be lucky to get Europa League football. And I'm not even joking. I can't see our next win. How are we going to win our next game? I'm genuinely asking the question. We can't score now. We lost the ability to score. We lost the ability to defend. Our midfield is absolutely poor. Where is our wins coming? I can't see it. I'm being genuinely honest. I can't see us winning.
I hear you, bro. Let me just stop you right there. Sam, is it possible you could put the mic down? Because moving it around makes it
Nah, I can't. I literally got no space for the mic, man. That's why I have to hold it.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Otherwise, if I could put it down, I would, but I got no space at all. Space at all.
No worries. Just before we move on, guys, we're gonna now move on to the lineup. I just want to have an open discussion. Lamar, we're gonna open it up, but I'll let you go first. What did you think when you first seen the lineup? Did you think the lineup was a good lineup, guys? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna show you the original lineup, how it looked. This is what the lineup looked like originally. You had Xhaka as left back, you had Martinelli as right back, right wing, and you had Saka left wing, Odegaard and Smith Rowe as double 8 in front of Lokonga, and everything else is pretty much the same as we always have it. So looking at this team, I thought it was good enough to beat Brighton. I honestly did, and I thought even with Xhaka left back, I thought we were okay. But what did you guys think? Did you guys think there was any issues? Were you concerned? Let me know. Lamar, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Obviously, starting with the left back position, it scared me the most because obviously Xhaka is not a natural left back. I know he can fill in there, but when you've left Lokonga on his own in that midfield number 6 position, and he can't really retain the position, or he ain't playing for us at all. So just to have him there on his own next to Odegaard and obviously ESR as well, I didn't think that was going to work. That was never going to work. You know what I mean? Leaving him alone there with no defensive coverage. I mean, he's got energy, he's got legs, but he's not the guy to play on his own. He can't fulfill Partey's position. So I thought that didn't work at all. Because then when you saw Xhaka go into the centre midfield again, you saw how good he was and how we started clicking things and things started going over again. But Lokonga on his own in the middle, wasn't a big fan of that. And then like the other brother was saying as well, I've always said ESR and Odegaard can't really play together in the same team. I struggle to see they both do the same things, to be fair. So none of them really comes deep. They always stay forward. They're attacking midfielders. So you put those 2 attackers on for Lokonga just to cover by himself. So I weren't really happy with that. And I thought, if you're going to change it up, go for it completely. Do you know what I mean? I think if you're, why be scared and just do it half-heartedly? Why not chuck Pepe in? Or why not chuck Eddie in? I know obviously it's easier to say that now, but Eddie Nketiah, I think I would have started him before this game. Just because of his energy, his tenaciousness. You know what I mean? I know it don't always result into goals, but it's something different, especially against Brighton as well. Something different against them, someone who can run them down and actually take control of the game and maybe get a goal or 2.
Okay. Just so everyone can, let's try to have an open discussion, but I'll let Colleen go first. Colleen, when you first seen the lineup, were you worried? And subsequently, what happened after? What changes would you have made? Because for me, second half, I wanted something to happen with that left back issue. And I felt like after looking at it, I thought at the beginning it was okay, but I thought 45 minutes in, it was a big mistake.
I mean, initially, after watching the first half, I was like, okay, it's not working. It's clearly not working. But I didn't change my mind, but it also, I think it was partly that, but I just think the team also approached the game wrong because there was a difference between how we played with the same personnel in the first and second half before the second goal. There was a few tactical tweaks where, as you already alluded to, where Xhaka started to come in a bit more centre. It was literally just Martinelli just there on the left, hoping that Brighton weren't going to break down on the left. But I think it was a mix of both. I felt like we were very flat. We lost the midfield battle, actually. Not flat. We were flat, but we lost the midfield battle, period, especially in that first half. I didn't like the way Lokonga was just like a lone six, if you like. But I think that was an issue, but our application of what Arteta wanted to do and our attitude was also wrong because we were a bit better. We were a little bit better and we were a little bit more direct in the second half before the second goal. And then after that, it kind of just reverted back to type. I agree. I think at this point, I think even going into the game, I think I would have had Pepe starting. And I would like to see him starting going forward, the same with Nketiah, even though I don't rate Nketiah at all. At this point, what's the difference? We can't justify Lacazette staying in the team just because he can, bring player, like hold up play, and because he's the most, senior figure there. At this point, it's no longer working. We're not, still winning 5 in a row. We need to do something different, and we either got to trust Tavares and just give him a chance, or as much as I don't want to, as much as I really don't want to, if we're not going to do that, we're going to have to revert to Saka at left back. Because clearly we can't have Xhaka there and have a good and win a midfield battle. I don't want him there. We're running out of options here. We literally have 0 options.
Honestly, I think we could play, and if Arteta drops his pride, we could play at 3 at the back. Tavares can play wing back, where he's defensive. He doesn't have to worry about defending at all. He can play wing back, put 3 at the back, holding White, Gabriel. I know attackingly we might struggle, but I can't see us scoring goals anyway. So we might as well close up the shop and try and attack people at counter attacks. That's what I think. Honestly, I don't see us scoring goals anymore.
This is what our season's come to. People are suggesting El Neni left back. Anyways, we also got Arteta out making his noise again. Sam, what do you think about everything going on at Arsenal right now? Because obviously we could talk about the lineup all day, guys, but we're just gonna move on. The reaction to this loss. We have to see a positive reaction, but what do you expect from this young team? Do you expect them to bounce back, or do you expect it to be more of the same against Southampton?
Well, it depends what lineup we go with. For myself, I just feel like we need to now go into the game against Southampton and avoid defeat at all costs. Now we just have to rely on the other teams to drop points. Who knows? It's all about whether or not the other teams are going to drop points. Now for us, it's these were our game in hands, in a sense that these were the games that we needed to win in order to kind of gain the ground on the top 4. But what can we do? I mean, it's been suggested we might have to put Saka at left back, which I got no problem doing. Because again, our best midfielder, as much as I'm not a massive fan of him, Xhaka is one of our best midfielders, and to take him out of midfield to put him in a left back position just tells you that why. I get Tavares might not be up to scratch, but you know what? Just let him play there. He's a left back. Just let him play in that position. Just let him play within that position. I think what we should do, and this is my gut instinct, what we should start doing. We need to drop Lacazette, but you know what? Let's play Pepe as a centre forward. I think it's time to take that risk. Play Pepe as a centre forward. He scored.
Nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose, Sam. So I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, and one thing funny about Pepe, right? He scored the most goals for us against Brighton, right? The Arsenal player that scored the most against Brighton. And today he was dropped, which I don't understand why. He would have been our main threat going forward, but what can I say?
No worries. Anyways, bro, you have to go. So
yeah, okay, guys. Peace out, everybody. Have a lovely show.
Today really annoyed me, man. I don't get Arteta sometimes. I'm not part of this whole Arteta out brigade because I already prepared myself mentally for times like this in the season because of how immature the squad is and our manager is. I always that's why I prepared myself. We have a squad good enough for top 6. Anything above that is a bonus. So I'm not going to freak out about this result. It's just the young squad showing themselves a little bit here at the end of the day. But I'm very surprised with Arteta not giving Tavares another run today. I'm surprised that, because now he's in a weird situation where we've lost another game. He tried another left back, and at least he would have been able to. He would have given him more leeway to try some new things. Now I would have tried Tavares for a half today. If it didn't work, then I would have maybe put Saka left wing back. And I think just like
Exactly.
Sahar was saying, left wing back. I don't want Saka as a left back, but as a left wing back, I don't mind it. And Tavares, his defensive frailties won't be exposed as much in a back five as opposed to a back four. So I would have gone with that personally. And yeah, to reiterate what everyone else has said, leaving Sambi so exposed in the middle is just crazy.
Wilson's here. Wilson, what are you saying, man? What do you think about the goals that were conceded? Because the first goal from Trossard, it was a bad goal to concede. The second goal that we conceded, could we have done anything to stop the goals that we conceded?
I have to say those are two really good goals, but the goals are conceding. It was poor. It was poor, and no one closed both shots down. And what annoyed me the most, as one of the guys said, for Arteta to start Granit Xhaka at left back, it was absolutely baffling. We all know this. The problem with Xhaka at left back against the quicker wingers, he gets exposed there time and time and time again. And what he should have done, he should have started Tavares. Because what Arteta's doing now, he's killing more and more and more of his confidence. It's not fair on the guy. It's not fair on him. And do you know what Arteta should have done? In fact, there have been two formations he could have done. He could have used like a 3-4-3 formation, basically back three of Holding, White and Gabriel as a back three. You could either put Saka or Tavares as left wing back. You can do that. Put a midfield two of Granit Xhaka and Lokonga. Then you put Cedric on the other side. Then the front three. Then your front three of I'd probably put Martinelli, Odegaard, and one other player at least. And everyone knows that's what he could have done. Then another formation he could have done. He could have used like a 4-2-3-1 formation. You know what I mean? I would have put similar players in there. But to put Granit Xhaka at left back is baffling.
Let me just stop you there. I just want to ask you guys, the first goal, Trossard's wide open. Is there who do you put at fault? Do you put Odegaard at fault? Do you put Xhaka at fault?
Even before,
it's tricky though because of the whole clearance. Go on.
Xhaka's at fault for that 100%, because he left that area exposed. Who else comes out as well? I think because Xhaka comes out, Gabriel comes to cover him, and then it just leaves that massive gap. So, but on top of that, how is Trossard so free in the box? We had so many chances to fix our issue, but it was
nobody closed them down.
No, that's what happened. It was a quick turnaround because obviously the ball got lumped up the other field. The Arsenal players started to push on, and I think Lacazette was really. This happened last week as well. It's really close to getting the ball, really close making the interception, and then Dunk has played one. I don't even think he's aimed it anywhere. I think he just hoofed it forward, and obviously Mwepu is taking a gamble to stay running forward. Yes, Xhaka probably should have been on him, but that's hard to read. You know what I mean? Everyone's pushing forward, ready to gain momentum and try and get the ball back. And obviously, Dunk has lofted it forward and it's caught everybody off guard. But yeah, the recovery's got to be better. But
okay, so the next one, who's at fault for this one? Because in my opinion, you got three people that are supposed to. All four defenders are right in front of him when he shoots it. So looking at that picture, guys, if you recall, who was at fault for this goal? Because this one seems like a calamitous of errors.
So many errors. Too many errors. So many errors in the box, even just above the box as well. Too many errors. Too many errors. And nobody closed them down. No wonder there was so much gaps again. Not just for the second goal, but for the first goal as well. As one of the guys said, the recoveries in both goals should have been far better. Far better. shocking defending. Simple as that.
Okay, so we keep it moving away now. Onto the final like moment that we have to review. I'm just going to need you guys to give me a second with this one because I need to talk about it first before we do anything else. We got Mohammed here. Mohammed, how are you? I'm just gonna mute you for a second. Just everyone, if you can go on mute for a second as I run through this one, because this one needs to take. We need to take a second to explain to everyone what happened, guys. If you don't know, this is the VAR incident, right? So the VAR incident, just so I can break it down and give you guys the rules and how this works, because you cannot see Cucurella's feet and you cannot see where he is on the pitch. You cannot actually gauge where the line would start and where it would not start, but because of the Premier League rules, the rules clearly state that it is if Cucurella kept Martinelli offside, but if you don't understand how it works, you do not need it to be a clear and obvious decision when it comes to offsides. Cucurella, as you can see, is in front of the goalkeeper Sanchez, and Martinelli's boot is on level with Sanchez's boot. So based on that, it was ruled offside. It was correctly ruled offside, and there's nothing else to be said about this, in my opinion. But what do you guys have anything to say on this?
I know everyone's mentioning the boot, but they're saying it's Cucurella's boot. But no, I agree with you 100%. I think it's the goalkeeper's boot, and it's annoying, isn't it? Because obviously fine margins and that, but rules are rules, I guess.
The rules clearly state the goalkeeper cannot play the player on side, and Cucurella, even if you look at other images, he is playing him offside. So
it would have been nice to get it. It's one of them ones, but that wasn't the reason why we got the game today. It's one of them.
Okay, so we keep it moving. Just to keep it moving. Mohammed, how are you, brother?
Hi, Egal. Hi, guys. Hi, all. Disappointing, man. Really, very disappointing.
I know it's disappointing, man. Ramadan Kareem, though. Hopefully you're well. Hope everybody's well. But yeah, let's get just before we get into the player ratings, I want to know, Mohammed, how do you feel? Is top 4 gone?
I think now it's difficult. We made it difficult for ourselves. The Palace loss. I think before today's match against Brighton, if you look at all of our matches on paper, it's the easiest match from all the remaining schedule. Bearing in mind, we will go to West Ham, we will go to Spurs, we'll face United, we'll go to Chelsea. So Brighton match at home should be more easier. Okay, Brighton is a good team, organized, but they were far better than us. We were very weak, disappointed, ran out of ideas. Nobody showed for the occasion. I think players let us down. Also, some Arteta decisions. Now, after Partey injury and Tierney injury, of course, Tomiyasu is absent from a long time. This team now need refreshing. I believe, in my opinion, now it's Nketiah is better than Lacazette. We are playing with 10 men in the last 5, 6, 7 matches. Lacazette didn't influence any attacking shape of us. He isn't scoring. He isn't hitting the target. So I think if you notice Nketiah entering 15 minutes or 20 minutes, he's always positive. He had this shot on the bar, last match on the post. So I think Nketiah must start, not Lacazette, and Pepe must start. We must need some changes, and playing Xhaka on the left side, I think it's not working. It's not working because now we need Xhaka in midfield. Partey is not there, so I think giving Tavares another chance. Maybe today's match was the match in front of our home crowd. So we need Xhaka. We need Xhaka in midfield. We need LACA to sit on the bench. I think Nketiah is more dangerous than him, more quick, pacey, more direct to the goal. Pepe should have more minutes. We already have we have short a light squad, so any injuries will make us confused, will make us suffer, and this is the case. Now I think Spurs clearly is the favorite. We must react quickly. Southampton match is the key. Why? Because it will come before 3 very, very difficult matches against United, Chelsea, West Ham. These matches will be in a short period. So I think getting a win at Southampton is very crucial and will keep our small hopes going, and Arteta need to think about these points. This team need to refreshing.
1 second. Just before you rebuttal, bro, I'm just going to let you guys know we're going to start the player ratings after this. But continue.
Nah, because basically what really offends me or affects me about today is we already lost our best central midfielder against Palace, yeah? So why would you make our midfield even weaker by also removing Xhaka? Like, how does that even make sense? Like,
amen.
What?
Exactly.
What? Like, I'm Arteta in, don't get me wrong, and I'll call a man out when he does stupidness too. Like this is just madness. And then you, like, knowing that it was wrong up until half time, you kept it. You still kept it. And this is the last one. Like, I don't know what my guy has to do to get benched, but let's be honest. For the last 3 games, Saka has not really been in it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have minded seeing Pepe start this game. And the reason why I'm even talking about Saka potentially playing as a wing back is because as an attacking threat, he hasn't been too effective over the last few games as a right winger. So maybe putting him left wing back might give him a little bit of a new dimension for a bit. And he knows he's only filling in till the end of the season because that's what we need him to do. But I mean, Arteta has to earn his money now because we can't come into this next game the same way as we come into the last 2. It's not possible. Like, literally.
Bro, I'm just going to say this. Miserable performance, lackluster performance. Everything just look at this game. You just say to yourself, the terrible week continues. Odegaard scores a consolation goal that absolutely means nothing at this point, in my opinion, besides helping our goal difference if that comes down to top 4. Right? Martinelli's goal that was disallowed doesn't mean nothing because we can't complain about that at this point. And I
think Egal, it's a key point of the match, disallowing the goal. If the goal stands, new match in the second half.
I just think I'm just disappointed, frustrated, and we now need to get into the player ratings because I don't know how much longer the video I can do. Let's get into it. Aaron Ramsdale. What did we think about Ramsdale, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to give Ramsdale. Was he at fault for any of the goals? Did you think Ramsdale could have done something better for those goals? Do you think Ramsdale could have made a difference? Let's be honest, guys. Was Ramsdale partially at fault at all, in your opinion? Let me know what you thought.
Nah.
Because in my opinion, Ramsdale, we give him a 5. We keep it moving. He conceded 2 goals. They were not good.
Got a hand to the second. Probably should have done better with that. Kept it out. I know he got a hand to it.
He didn't really.
I think difficult shot. I think at half volley on the surface, very speedy. I think a difficult shot for him.
5 is fair enough.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a 5 as well because.
5 or 6? Okay, we'll give 5.5.
5.5.
Okay.
For me, that's the highest rating in the whole team for me. But
now, if we're giving him a 5.5, I wonder what on earth we would be giving Cedric. In my opinion, Cedric was not terrible, but but the game was not beneficial to us at all. The way they were playing, Cedric was not even a factor. Like, where was he? I didn't even notice him in the game.
Why is he taking free kicks as well?
Oh my God!
Exactly.
Thank you.
The free kick was terrible, man. The free kick was terrible.
And free kicks and corners, bro. What's he doing?
What's he doing?
I think today, guys, Arsenal today were awful with set pieces and corners. We have many to create dangerous chances, but I don't think how we executed them like this. Cedric shooting free kicks around the area, very strange.
What are we saying for Cedric?
4.
I challenge anyone to convince me anyone in this team deserves more than a 3 other than Ramsdale. I challenge you.
Okay, so you're saying 4 or 3?
3.
4.
Three.
Okay, we'll go 4.5. We'll go 3.5 for Cedric. Moving on to Ben White. Ben White, in my opinion, another player who I thought he was decent. I thought he was one of the main people who distributed the ball. He could have done better defensively. I'll give him a 4.5. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I actually feel sorry for Ben White because there's no movement in front of him to spray for passes to. I felt sorry for him, to be fair, but he did try.
So Ben White,
I think 5. I think he gets 5.
Okay, so we give him a 5. We'll move
Five.
on to
3.5.
Okay. If we're giving him a 5, what are we giving Gabriel? Gabriel had one of our best chances in the first half. Defensively, another person who I thought was solid. I'll give him a 5 also. Do you guys disagree with Gabriel getting a 5?
3.
English
Four.
Philistine.
4.
I think Gabriel main weakness, if you notice, guys, is the building the attack from behind. Sloppy passes, many sloppy passes.
And he's been doing it for the last few games, bro. It's not even just today.
For his teammates. It's a worrying point for me.
Okay, so what are you giving Gabriel? I'm giving him a 5.
3.
4.5.
Okay, so we'll go in the middle. 4.
Mad generous, man.
Xhaka. I thought Xhaka being a left back, he deserves a 2. But him when he came in midfield, he was a good midfielder. So I'll give him a 4.
He done what we think he done. It's just like Englishman was saying. You lost Partey already. That's 2.
He kept working. Honestly, he kept working all the match.
Yeah.
Check.
4?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Do you know what, guys?
4.5.
Do you know what? I actually feel sorry for Granit Xhaka because he should not be in left back in the first place.
Yes.
He should have
He
started
can
in
barely
midfield.
play central midfield, and
Simple
we're putting
as
him
that.
left back.
And it just makes you think.
He tried
Plain
with his passes, with his shots, with his movement, with his building the attack. I think he kept going until the end. He gave everything.
I think he misplaced a
For
pass
me.
either, so,
Okay, enough
Give
about
him a 4,
Xhaka.
man.
Martin Odegaard. Today he had a Bruno Fernandes type performance where he scored a goal, but didn't really do anything else.
Do you blame him for that pass as well? You see where he took the ball, took possession, and he started running. I think he had 2 Brighton defenders in front of him, and he played it left to Saka. Who are you blaming there? You blaming Saka or you blaming the pass from Odegaard?
Odegaard.
I would say they're both culpable,
Mm-hmm.
but
Probably
at the end of
both.
the day, I don't think that's why we lost. So I'm not really focused on that one.
I think Odegaard appeared for us in the last 15 minutes of the game, shooting, passing. Not before. We needed him earlier.
5. What are you saying? 5?
Yes. 5. I think.
Oh, because he scored. I'll give him a 4.
I give him a 5 already.
I'll give him a 5.
Emil Smith Rowe. 3? 2?
2,
0?
bro. He was
3. Yes, 3. I think
I'll
not
say
good
3.
match for him. Disappointing.
Who was it that said it earlier? I'm not sure. Lamar maybe. He said like ESR and Odegaard starting a game together. I don't like it, bro. Either or should play. Unless we're chasing a game, they should not start a game together because they do too many similar things. Even though they're still different, don't get me wrong. They get into very similar little spaces and gaps and stuff. So it doesn't make us tick, man.
Okay,
don't like
so sorry, what are we giving him? A 3?
3.5.
I'm giving him a 3. I'm just gonna stay at 3. Bukayo Saka.
Oh,
3, max.
I think they beat him up today. They bullied him.
Yes. He had lots of kicks. They hurt him.
I'm giving him a 4.
Booked for diving. He didn't even dive. It was contact.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was
like
wild.
it was not.
That was wild.
I didn't think it was his best day though today. He could have done a lot better.
yeah, he wasn't. Saka was not at his best. To be fair, I'll probably give him a 3. I'm being too generous to be giving him a 3. To be fair,
I'm giving him a 4, and I think giving him a 3 would be a little harsh, understanding that the situation.
Don't think about reputation, Egal, bro. Just think about today, man. 3.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
today overall, I'll give him a 4 because don't forget he was a big part of our attack at the beginning. The only person in our attack, him and Gabriel. But yeah,
Did we have an
moving on.
attack today?
We had an attack clearly with Martinelli. That's it. He tried to take on like 7 men. So 4 or 3.
3, I'm saying.
Okay,
3.5.
I'll lower it to 3. Okay. Moving on. Martinelli, another 5. What do you guys think?
5. Yeah, bright spark.
I'll say 5 because at least he tried. At least he tried to run around. At least he tried to get past people several times. He just wasn't.
Martinelli always trying.
In front of him, though.
Always trying, always running. I think 4.5.
The more I watch him, the more I'm just praying he just bulks up so he can go down the middle because his game is designed for the middle. But
Okay.
I'll give him a 4 today.
Moving on. If we're giving him a 4, what are we going to give Lacazette?
Oh, mate.
A 1. A 1. A 1. Shocking. He did nothing.
Put NA. Just put NA beside.
We'll give him a 0.5. We'll give him a 0.5. We keep it moving.
Just put NA, non-applicable, bro.
0.5.
Please tell me. Please tell me what has Lacazette done? He's done nothing.
Eddie Nketiah gets a 5. Pepe gets 1.
Nketiah was lively and dangerous when he came on. I think Lacazette must sit on the bench, really. We must refresh the team. Enough.
Let's talk about Lacazette. What do we do with Lacazette?
Oh, crikey. I mean, he has to be dropped because he's been absolutely shocking for the past 2 games. He did nothing against Crystal Palace. He did absolutely nothing against Brighton. And do you know what's even more annoying? We made Brighton to look like bloody Man City, man. We were poor. Too many sideways passes, no penetration, nothing.
Wait, guys, you see
He doesn't affect our game in the attacking shape and in the attacking side. He's minutes gone. You think that we are playing without striker with 10 men? I think Arteta now must change his mind. We have 2 solutions. I think if he will not play Saka in left side of the defense, I think he can play Smith Rowe and beg your pardon. What I said, yes, Smith Rowe and Saka left side of the defense. Smith Rowe as the winger and Pepe and Nketiah. This is one solution. Another solution is that Martinelli, to think that the main striker, Martinelli and Saka and Smith Rowe on the wings. If he will not play Saka as in the left side of the defense. So we have 2 choices. We must think one of them, Martinelli or Nketiah, instead of Lacazette.
You see the Lacazette thing, yeah? I'm not even.
Oh my God,
guys!
1 second. Arteta, if he is happy with Lacazette's performance, I am never happy when we lose. I'm really upset. I cannot be happy. Finally, speaks about Lacazette.
Finally. About living time.
No, he was asked before I entered.
Let me just land real quick. Sorry.
Yes,
see this Lacazette thing. I'm not even ready to get onto Lacazette about this because it's not his fault. It's the ball. It's Edu and Arteta's fault for not buying support for him. If I'm Lacazette, you make me captain and then you sell the only person that I'm competing with for a starting role on the side. Of course, I'm going to be playing like, don't worry, I'll fix it next game. I'll fix it next game. It's not Lacazette's fault. Like, he's been most prolific in situations where he has someone to compete with. He's got no one to compete with for that number 9 spot, bro. Nobody.
Do you know what? I've got another point to this. In January, we had the January transfer window to get a striker. I can understand the decision to let Aubameyang go, but to not get another striker in to add more depth to that, That's baffling.
This decision,
That's baffling.
this decision will bite us.
Hope he doesn't.
Guys, there's another 1 second. There's another Arteta quote I need to show you guys. Just so we can move on the conversation and I can bring Lamar into the conversation slightly. Arteta spoke about Arteta on Arsenal's goal that was ruled out. It was a feeling that we had that it was taking too long, and if any doubt, then it's going to be a goal. So he thought they took a little bit too long, and they shouldn't be looking at it for that long, and it's either it's a goal or it's not a goal, and just do it quicker. But yeah, Lamar, what are you saying?
I mean, touching on the Lacazette thing, seeing Eddie Nketiah get his head on a header was enough for me anyway for him to be replaced now, because I don't know, we crossing the ball all the time and Lacazette ain't even close to him. I don't even know where he's standing. But with the offside goal, we already spoke about that, man. It definitely is what it is. Obviously, it's one of those ones you don't want it to happen to your own team, you know what I mean? But rules are rules. But yeah, Lacazette, man, tired of him.
Egal. I watched Arteta press conference before I entered here with you. So he was asked about Lacazette that he didn't score a single goal from open play from since last December, and he didn't have any shot on goal in the last 2 or 3 games. So if he justifying his place in the team? Arteta replied, "All the team must score, not one player." For me, it's not a convincing answer, really.
It's a PR answer, man. You know Arteta's trained in the art of PR, bro. Trust me, man. He's just protecting his players, man. I guess. Like I wasn't expecting to hear anything less in he's not going to say anything less in the interview.
Okay, let me give you guys another quote. It's the same players that are been playing the whole season and took us all the way here. Arteta on having a younger side than any other team in the Premier League and the impact on its top 4 hopes. So he's defending the fact that he has a young side. Also, there was another point here. The second best in a lot of duels today. He feels like we had a lack of courage in our attack. That is very damning, to say the least. He also said his reaction on expectations. His expectations are to get top 4, and the team's pushing to get it. So he's not going to change. He's not going to waver. There's a lot that Mikel Arteta is saying. Is today on our Mikel Arteta? Because for me, it is on him. There is no deflecting. Today
Absolutely.
Is on. What are we saying? Mikel Arteta
100% on Arteta.
100%. For me, the blame lies with the manager first of all, and the players. Plain and simple. I've mentioned this before.
Can I ask you, is Arteta out trending? Is that fair?
No, definitely.
No, not at all.
No.
We are in the middle. I said it before many times. We are in the middle of our project. Now we have the pieces of the team. Young, talented, hungry team, but it's not complete. We started the real work last summer with the 6 new signing, with cleaning the team with 20 players who gone out last 12 or 16 months. So next summer will be key. Why? Because we will fix the weak areas, the attack, world-class striker, and midfield. Why Arsenal are now not strong, not even like Chelsea, not to compare us with City and Liverpool who are far ahead. Midfield and attack. We must have world-class player in these 2 positions mainly. If you look all the team, we have a good team, young team, talented team, but we need world-class striker. We need world-class midfielder. These 2 areas next summer, Arsenal will spend in the next 2 areas, so we will be more stronger.
Well, you know
so
what? This is what we're going to spend our 50 million in the summer on.
Is that?
I don't want that, brother. I don't want that, brother. I saw him today again. I don't want DCL anywhere near us.
The injury record for me is enough. Nah.
We don't need any more injury-prone players.
If this guy comes into our team,
we're finished.
It's going to be hectic.
And you say 50 million as well. We get 50 million from.
English
No,
tactics.
No. Calvert-Lewin, I think
just-
it's not on the agenda. I think
The English
I think
Westwood.
Arsenal now closely monitoring Darwin Nunes. I think if we can get him, he's a very good striker.
But look, those people that are shouting Arteta out is like, you lot, calm down, fall back in it. Like, we're us challenging for the top 4 is ahead of schedule, isn't it? Like, let's be honest.
Nobody expected us to challenge for the top 4. Really.
1 second, guys. 1
Exactly.
second. Can I ask you guys 2 questions just before we move on? Pepe, do we sell Pepe?
Yes.
Oh,
If we're not playing him, yeah.
I think, yeah.
He's got
I think
2
so,
years
yeah.
left on his contract in the summer. We have to sell him because we're not going to renew it.
25 million? What are we saying? 25 million?
And, yeah.
30, maybe 30, maybe 30.
I would say around 25 million.
Maybe
Hey,
30 million.
guys.
We must be realistic in Pepe case. Next summer he will have 2 years remaining on his contract. The decision must be to sell him or to renew. If you have to renew, why? He's not playing. He's not starting in the team. He's not influencing the team. His minutes is short. So this leads us to the second choice, which is
it's clear
sell
that
him 25, 30, not important, and bring another top winger. In the Premier League, there are many top wingers. If you can say Harvey Barnes of Leicester, Jared Bowen, many wingers. Santana Maxima, top player. These players
as well.
always score goals every week. Proven Premier League players.
We need to be quick with this one. Everyone saying sell Pepe? Anyone saying no?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, sell Pepe.
Okay, moving on to the next topic. Just so you guys know, the next topic is we have been linked to a possible attacking option, and it is Eden Hazard. Would you take Eden Hazard at Arsenal?
Hell no.
I'm laughing, Egal, because not realistic news.
Oh.
It's far from realistic. We are not looking at Hazard. Hazard now is in the final stage of his career. He's not on our agenda. Forget this. It's a laughing.
Get
really.
out of here.
They're trolling.
It's not
us,
happening.
Okay.
Come on, Eden Hazard. He's past it. No chance.
He will retire. He will retire in 2 seasons.
Right.
Okay.
Of course
Okay.
he will.
Keeping it moving on other news. Is Tierney the reason why we're losing top 4?
Ooh. I think there's a bit more to that. I think there's a lot more than just Kieran Tierney, to be fair.
Is Kieran Tierney
One of the reasons, I say, not the only, one of the main reasons, because Tierney presence in the squad makes us stronger defensively and made the team more balanced.
Yeah.
Son got a hat trick. Oh my days. Okay. So Tierney's not okay. So if Tierney's not costing us top 4, is it Thomas Partey possibly could be out for the season? That's guaranteeing that we don't get top 4.
Maybe both. The real answer is both, not one of them.
Thomas Partey is our best player. We don't have any.
He's one of our best midfielders we had this season.
Yeah,
he could be gone for the season, guys.
he's that
Yes,
one
he
player.
will.
He's that one player that can get in anybody's starting 11. Do you know what I mean? That's the only sort of gem that we had, and the fact that he's injured now, possibly for the rest of the season, you can't replace that again. Which is why it's so shocking that you'd put small man Lokonga to do his job. Do you know what I mean? Like the
Without
form
protection.
It all goes back to January.
Yeah, that's the form we've seen him at Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Set him apart from everybody else, but no, without him, yeah, I can't see us doing anything, especially with the midfield, man.
Okay, and you touched on Lokonga. Can we trust Lokonga?
I'd rather El Nene at this rate.
I think
I would
for me,
rather-
we must not be harsh on Sampi Lokonga. He's a promising, talented player, but playing him alone in this role in midfield makes him
Suicide, brother. Suicide.
Makes him very open.
It's criminal.
He must play alongside with Xhaka.
Yeah,
Not alone in midfield.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it makes difference. He and Xhaka and he alone in this role.
You play with two attackers as well, Smith Rowe,
Yeah.
Odegaard. You know their tendencies is to
Bruv.
attack.
Bruv,
Why
it
would you
didn't
do it
even
this?
work
And you
with
got
Martinelli.
Martinelli on top.
How can it work with Lokonga? I don't get his thought process.
I think today Lokonga was good. I think today in the second half, he was good. He was passing. He was shooting. If his shot from 30 yards in the top corner was a goal, it will boost our his confidence.
You're right. Yeah, he
levels and
didn't play
levels.
horrible. Yeah, he didn't play bad, but I just
He was too
someone so inexperienced in the Premier League. You know what I mean? I don't see why you'd leave him alone.
I just felt, do you know what, guys? There's one thing we can all agree on. I felt Arteta got possibly the formation wrong.
Yeah.
And he used Granit, and he's weakened our build today. That's what cost us. Simple as that.
He was asked today in the press conference. I told you I was listening. He was asked why you played Xhaka in left side of defense, and bearing in mind that Partey is not absent, so you are weakening your midfield. He replied that the thinking was that playing Emil in this area besides Odegaard in front of Sambi to make this space in Brighton half, and it's tactical reason. It didn't work in the end.
Okay. Moving on. Finally, I'm gonna wrap it up. Say Lamar, big up. Check out Lamar's channel. Lamar, what's your channel called?
Oh, Lamar Lynch TV. Give me a shout out, man. Safe.
There you go. Big up Lamar. Then we got a Nigerian Englishman. You want to shout out your channel, bro?
Yeah, One Touch TV, _TV on Instagram too, man. Big up.
There you go. Mohammed, have you started your articles yet? Are you still doing your journalism? Do you want to tell people where they can find your stuff?
Yes, I'm on Twitter at Muhammad Iraqi 10. Of course, I'm a sport journalist here in Palestine, and an old Arsenal fan.
There you go. And we got Wilson. Wilson, anything you want to shout out before we go?
Yeah, if anyone wants to follow me, it's WHiwani50 on Instagram, and I'm a massive Arsenal fan as well. And hopefully we could just keep on going.
There you go. And big up Colleen, everyone else who's come on for today's show. Big up Sam. Big up Sahal for coming on. Big up everybody. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. And we're out of here. As you guys already know, we'll be catching you guys tomorrow on Vibes on the 6th. Peace.